All right, all right, all right. So welcome back, y'all, to Ain't No Shame Coaching Masterclass. I have with me in Zoom live Mr. Taurus Blannon. So I am so excited, and I'm gonna turn my camera off if the Lord is willing, and I'm gonna let Taurus go with it. He has the questions that need to be asked, and if there's anything else, I'll chime back in a little bit. Taurus, you have the floor.
Help me out. What was the first question?
Taurus, come on now. All right, here you go. What inspired the storyline or main character in your book, and how much of it was drawn from real life experiences?
It was inspired by me, and it was all based on real life experiences. The book is called The Obese in Me. I was morbidly obese, and I was always a heavy kid. But as I got older, I started developing heart problems and came with congestive heart failure and everything else like that. And I was searching for reasons why certain things were going on in my life and why they were happening. And that's when I realized that the obese in me wasn't a physical thing, it was more of a mental, emotional thing. So that's where, the storyline comes from. Um, there was a lot of trauma involved in all of that for me because, if you're obese, then you might as well be a convicted felon of some sort. So I was just trying to find my way to work through that adversity that I had going on. I wrote the book because it was a dare. I was going through a whole bunch, going through gastric bypass surgery. Um, it kept getting delayed from the initial date I was supposed to get the surgery. It was an extra 9 months that that I had to go through for different testings and things of that nature. I lost hope, and I didn't think I was gonna make it through because physically, I was just in such bad shape. And I said, if I live through this, I'm going to write about it. It started off as a journal, and the more I journaled, the more I said this could be a book. Never written a book before. I used to be I am still a spoken word poet, but it all started off with rapping for me back in the days. So I never had any formal training, but I was just writing and reading it, and I said I could turn this into a book. Then I met Penda, and she made me really believe that I could bring that story to life. So,
You need me to read you the second question?
yes, please.
All right, so your book explores powerful themes. What message do you hope readers will take away after turning the last page?
That you are responsible for your outcome. You can't rely upon nobody else, and you have to take accountability for the things that you go through in your life, especially if they're self-inflicting. And even if you do that to yourself, that there can be a good outcome at the end of it with belief, strength, perseverance, and belief in God. So I want the person to know that, oh, this guy done went through some things, but he was able to persevere through them. And I'm still persevering through them. Never stops. It's a daily struggle.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into another question. So we talked before. So tell
Mhm.
us more about your journey from the obese in me to, of course, we are looking at you right now. You are
Mhm.
not obese.
uh, that's the thing. That's where the obese in me title just like really resonates with my life because it's not just a physical thing, it's weight. And I carry an immense amount of weight internally because I made decisions. I've made terrible mistakes that put me in a certain position and condition. I have heart failure and I'm at the final stage. Like I had a defibrillator and everything else, like the device that I have now called the LVAD. This is the very last stage before This is called death of the heart. Literally,
Mm,
that's what it's called. And I'm at that final stage where this is it. Like this device is a pretty much life support for me. And that carries weight. So where I may not be morbidly obese anymore, I still carry a weight of trying to maintain being a father, being a husband, trying to utilize my purpose and my words to try to inspire and influence other people. That's heavy, especially when I've always had a doubtful attitude about myself. I had the lowest self-esteem and that you would ever believe. Now, I might people always say I don't look like I've been through what I've been through, and I don't look like that. And even my peers, when it came to doing music, I've turned out record contracts before because I was afraid of what people going to think about how I looked and just you know my speech. I wasn't the most hood person. I talked properly, and there's just always this doubt that loomed over me, and that's a weight. So physically, yeah, I slimmed down, but I'm still trying to shed the internal weight that I've been carrying.
mm. Okay. So, tell me something that has been difficult, or what was a part of your book that you wrote? What was one of the difficult parts of writing it?
There's a chapter called The Monster. And in the monster chapter, I talk about being molested
Mm,
by essentially it was my uncle. So that was the beginning of a food addiction for me. Um
mm,
I was 6, 7 years old. I didn't know how to cope with what had happened. I knew that what happened wasn't right, but the weight that I really carried was not what happened to me. It was the threat that if you say something, I'm gonna do something to your mother and your father. And I felt like at 7 years old, I became a protector. It
mm-hmm,
was it was hard for me to write that because I had forgot a lot of it. And at the time, I was in therapy. I was going to see a therapist, and she asked me a simple question: how did you get here? It's like after my gastric bypass surgery. They were asking questions like to see if you would be able to handle the surgery and see how you would be post surgery. So she asked me a question, and I gave a bunch of fugazi answers, but she kept asking me, and the question was, how did you get here? Well, because I was overweight. Okay, how'd you get here? I was morbidly obese and I had heart failure. How did you get here? What brought on all that? I had a food addiction. How did you get? So it just kept repeating. How did I get there? And the memory was like reliving it.
mm,
Um, that happening is terrible, but with men, we have this male pride and this ego and all that type stuff. And just to think about back then, I never I never struggled with my sexuality or nothing like that, but I knew that something bad had happened to me and reliving that and rewriting it because I knew that I wouldn't be able to tell the story without that. So that
mm-hmm,
monster chapter it was a really difficult chapter for me. It was like I dreaded leading up to that, but after I got to that point, then I was able to go through the rest of the book. Okay. And there was demons that I dealt with. There was past traumas that I dealt with. And I did. That was the hard part for me, writing that chapter about what had happened to me.
mm. Okay. All right. So my next question is, what is a surprise that you discovered about yourself?
Of how tough I am. Um, I'm a good dude. I'm a good person. I'm not out to try to hurt anyone. I've never been a user or a manipulator or one that tries to impose myself on other people. And they say that people with good hearts always finish like they said the good guy finishes last. And I
Mm,
felt like that for a long time, but I really learned that me being a good person is not it's not up for me to decide. It's the people that deal with me and interact with me. And you see my son running back and forth. We have a great relationship, and I have a daughter as well too. And I just noticed the
hmm
people that I come across that I intermingle with and stuff like that, I always leave them with some sort of okay, or that's interesting, or there's something about me that's magnetizing to the point where people want to get to know me more. So I didn't know I had that in me because of the physical weight. But once I was able to
mm
shed that weight, I was able to learn that about myself that I do have value and I do have substance. I do have a gift and I do have something to say that some people want to hear.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna ask you. You don't have to do it. You can just let me know if that's too much. I want to hear something from you in your spoken word. It can be short, or now if you don't want to do it, just I got. I'm gonna turn my camera on so you can see me. I'm sorry, but I was trying to, But if you don't want to do it, it's okay. I understand. But if you have something to share with us, that would be great.
Okay. Let me see. This is called Vision of Him. In spirit, I'm a rich man, wealthier than Bill Gates, but it still takes a strong man that will sake to be a soldier at the threshold of them steel gates. The mind's design is to find a line and intertwine where the soul be. Divide the mind with the space and time and erase the blind and face the divine shine that controls me. I go inside myself and divide myself, hoping I express it right. Continue to lead me through the fluorescent light. And every breath that I inhale, I exhale the breath of Christ. The gift that I spit, it's on some fifth dimension. It is my covenant. I drop conspiracy theories and get visits from the government. If I am your son, I remain on some other ish and dwell amongst this hell until I return to the mothership. My glory be displayed in my editorial. No dough, this gift is affordable. My metaphorical orbital will be the oracle that'll make monumental historicals look deplorable. The
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you doing that for us. I really do. So tell everybody how they can stay connected with you. Tell them what you got going on, if you have any events coming up, and also how to get your book.
okay, you can find me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Taurus Blannon. It's pretty simple. You can find my book, The Obese in Me. You can get a digital copy on Kindle. You can get the paperback on Amazon. Um, I have a spoken word event coming up. Matter of fact, on Monday. And currently I'm doing teaching. I teach cardiac health and LVAD health to cardiac patients. So I'm visible. I'm out there. I'm just working hard to get this next book done. And hopefully
Okay.
you'll see more of me because I'm not so afraid to be out now.
Yeah. All right. And we're supposed to be working on us a show too, right? And I know that's what we talked about on our last Zoom.
Yeah,
So we have to schedule a day and get that done.
I'm disabled. I homeschool my son. Beside doctor's appointments or going shopping, this is where I'm at, working.
Okay.
So you
It's
just let me
coming up.
know.
It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up.
Just give me that. Oh, and I
Yeah, I
yield back.
got you. I got you. I got you.
Oh.
I got you.
All
So,
right.
thank you so much, Taurus, for taking time out your busy schedule to spend a little time with us. Just blessing us with your knowledge, blessing us with the information, the things that you've been through. Thank you so much for sharing. And that's all I got for you today.
We
And
only
what
scratched the surface of what I've been through. We got that's about 2 or 3 more interviews. So
Right. And you know what? That's what I said. We gonna get together and we gonna have us. So what I'm gonna do with this, because I'm on Zoom, I'm gonna take it and post it on my YouTube channel, and then I'll share it on the social medias and stuff.
okay.
So people will get to see you and people will get to know you. I don't know what happened where Facebook wouldn't cooperate with us, but it's all
I
right.
don't know.
We
I
know how.
think
There's always more than one way to skin a cat. So.
yeah.
She told me not to do a whole lot of extra talking, but I don't listen that well. So anyway,
She's so structured.
she is. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just all
That's
over
my
the place.
sister. I love her. Can I tell you one more story?
Okay. Okay.
So 2000, it was during the pandemic, like mid-pandemic. Um, my my children's mom, I had just had a stroke, and she up and left me and my kids. I found out that she left me and she was involved in another relationship in Atlanta, Georgia. I found this out by Facebook Live, and that crushed me. It made me like it can't get no lower than that. As a man, you put your all in to try to build a family and protect and provide. And the one person you protect and provide for, the one you put on a pedestal that meant the world to you, to actually birth your children. I wasn't expecting that kind of disloyalty, that kind of hurt from that source right there. And
Mm,
it broke me. It was hard for me to get around because I still had weakness on my left side, but here I am still being a single father after stroke. I was just broken. And usually on Sundays, I give calls to my loved ones. This is check-in day. Hey, I'm not a big phone person, but hey, just checking in on you. How you doing? Everything all right? I was actually calling Penda to check in because that day I was supposed to commit suicide. I had a I had a 40 cal ready because I just couldn't take no more. I couldn't do it. I was just at that point where I was so broken and devastated that it was hard to wake up. It was hard to everything I did felt like labored breathing where my chest was caving in. I couldn't take it. And
mm,
Penda's always going to talk about the work. Like I might call to talk about, miscellaneous stuff or whatever, but she's always going, so what's going on? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I wasn't doing nothing. And she was like, well, she was editing my book. She's like, well, your book is done, right? And I was like, it is? Gave me something to live for. So if it wasn't for Penda telling me that my book was done on that day, you might not be having a conversation with me.
mm.
Let's be
Wow.
totally transparent. That's why I love that woman to death. That's my sister. I'll follow her. I follow her through any fire because of what she gives to not just me, but everyone that touches her. That's a
Mhm.
that's a wonderful woman right there. I love my sister to death.
Yeah,
I love her for life.
that's right. Love of the life. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm,
She's my children's godmom. She's their TT. So yeah, we've had a pretty close relationship for over 12 years or so now. And it was a chance meeting. It was so ironic because I was courting a girl that she knew, and this girl was my kindergarten crush.
mm,
Finally got back in touch with her, and she's telling me about Penda. I don't know who she is, and she's telling Penda about me. You got to read my friend's book. And I went on Facebook and was looking for an editor. Somebody tagged her. We had met at the library, and she was like, "You don't even know who I am, do you?" I said, "No." She said, "I'm Blank's friend." I was like, "Oh." And so Blank is gone, but me and Penda still like that. So it's funny how things work out sometimes, but God didn't make no mistakes. He knew what he was
That's
doing.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
I know I took up enough of your time. I apologize. Got a little long-winded, but I'm passionate.
Yeah, that's good though. No, you didn't take up my time. I'm good. I just thank you so much. Once again, I was checking with her before you popped on the Zoom and I was like, that I was trying to honor you, right? She was like, yeah. I was like, I'm glad that you felt that because that was the point. Like everybody that came on, you, Tawan, Pops, all of y'all have worked with her. Me. So it's like me pouring fire gasoline on a fire, and it's like, okay, she sees all these things in me, like the potential, the all the things she see it. And I'm like, but you don't, I see it in you. So now let's blow up, let's blaze, let's go. And so it's just like, so I'm excited about all the things that God has in store for her, for me. We are a tag team doing things, and I love her, and I'm glad that I am a part of, her life and she's a part of my life. And the same thing with me and her, the girl that introduced me to her. I don't talk to her no more either.
It's
But
funny.
Pippa stuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the way God works, and it's okay with me. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because I don't know if we're going live or going to Zoom or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Facebook group and in the master class, and then I'll share your video with them after I get it from Zoom.
Okay.
So thank you
I
so
wish
much.
things would have worked out differently with the Zoom and the master class, but we got
Mm-mm,
it
it's
now.
worked out
So
just the way he wanted it to. Just the way he wanted it to.
yeah.
I believe that wholeheartedly. It's never a coincidence or anything. It's all in his plan. And I'm over here. I'm in my trust God phase. So that's where I'm at. So whatever happens is because God wanted it to happen.
Hmm.
So thank you again. And let me go ahead and go over here and close out the master class. Thank you so much. And like I said, we're going to get back together and do some more things. It may be virtual, it may be in person, because Tawan just told me that she's having an event sometime next year. So I'll be over that way sooner or later. I've been trying to get there. I ain't got there yet, but I'm getting
Where's the
over there.
one at?
I think she's in Ohio. She's where Pender was.
Oh, that's right next door. I'm in
Right.
Pittsburgh. So
I thought so. I thought so. That's what I said. Yeah. So
yeah.
we're gonna get together for sure. So let me go ahead and end this, and then thank you so much again, Mr. Tars.
Thanks for having me. Peace.
All right.